How you guys doing? Vasily here. Today I'd like to discuss what this channel is about in a very short summary that I wrote up. Objectivism has shown that the reality has an objective nature. However, that is not to say other dimensions of life do not exist, merely that there is an objective reality. For what I do not know, I do not know, and that cannot be invalidated. It's primitive to identify only with that of which you know. It is not to say that that of which you've discovered does not exist. It is just a small part of what is actually there. There's an entire other intelligence built on top of the physicality, or rather the other way around, that this reality manifested of much more profound forms of intelligence, levels of intelligence, far beyond and far more extensive than the limited physicality we are able to perceive through the intellect. My furthest premise from conviction of that which I understand and have experienced is that capitalism is the only system which will protect our ability to perceive higher dimensions of life. First, by the premise that men are created equal under law, then by giving us the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Once man is liberated from the coercion of other men, through the conviction of political philosophical premises to the full extent, man can then liberate himself from himself and perceive the entire universe. The main takeaway here is that this channel focuses on the objectivist philosophy and spirituality. Because, there are steps to this. Someone on the street who's trying to survive, you can't just throw him a whole spiritual process. He's simply looking to get by, right? So objectivism is a philosophy which is purely revolved around survival. It has no contradictions so long as you're limiting it purely to survival and nothing else, purely to the mind and body, but not concerning with the further truths of what is the self, right? If you don't go to that extent, it's a perfect philosophy within that realm, for survival only, that man should pursue rational selfishness and such, and the whole system of capitalism which is discussed. But if you dig a little deeper, there is more truth, an entire realm of intelligence beyond that. That's something that I would like to approach on this channel as I go through my own journey spiritually. A major influence, two major influences. One is Ayn Rand, who brought me objectivism, and the other one is Sadhguru, who introduced me to the spiritual path. And for a long time, these are people that have stuck with me within my mind. And I saw truth in both of them, and I came to the understanding that they both apply to different realms of life. I could give an example. I believe Sadhguru said that he will not go into Africa to do any spiritual work unless someone gives him $1 billion. Why? Because there's too much work that needs to be done materially, right? So you cannot give a whole spiritual practice to societies or people that haven't materially developed, and much of the world is still suffering under coerced altruism today. And so there's steps to this, right? There's different steps in people's life. Some people, they're at the stage of religion, they haven't even discovered reason yet. Other people have discovered reason, they haven't discovered spirituality yet. And so there's steps for different people. So I would like to discuss the entire realm, from bringing people, from belief to reason, right, and teaching them how to move forward materially. And then once material is satisfied, to bring people from material to spirituality to perceive other dimensions of life. And I'm not saying I'm there. I'm still on the path. But I would love to approach this together and go into further discussion. So that's what this channel is about, the Objectivist Yogi. And I hope you guys subscribe and stay tuned.